Right? He's here every week trying to smoke it. He's like, I heard you got that spritzer.
Yeah,
The Stoner, which is a trivia contest between stoners. He and I will be teammates, and we will be going up against Vital.
Oh.
So the boys from Blood Football Talk taking on Vital.
I do this.
She is our host. She's the you're the weakest link. Morning / brunch / lunch, depending on what part of the country you're in. Hawaii, you still eating fucking eggs and bacon. What's up?
Wakey.
It's Wake and Make America show. And it is brought to you by Vital Cannabis, where when it comes to the cannabis you choose, it's vital that you make the right choice. That's why Wake and Make America show and Blood Football Talk. It seems only natural here that we choose Vital Cannabis. Stop by Vital Cannabis today on the northeast corner of Jetwing and Fountain. Order ahead at Vital Cannabis on Weed Maps for the deeps and faster service. When it's vital, choose Vital Cannabis on Jetwing and Fountain in Colorado Springs.
Come check this out, baby.
So, let's get to a little bit more. We got some more weed talk. We got some weed trivia. We got some weed, man. Oh, I can't wait to go home and hit my bong. It's time for the weekly weed news. This is stupid. It's time for the weekly weed news, and it is that time of year in Colorado where it is the grow-off, which hasn't actually taken place. I punched this out, which hasn't taken place for a couple of years because of COVID and the restrictions, and not just that, but a lot of people just like, man, fuck it, I'm not trying to fuck with you. You know, like that was my theme song for the coronavirus. I was like, nigga, I'm not fucking weird too. Like anyone though, I wasn't fucking with anyone. I barely fucked around a year, and I came in here, I was like, my weed, thank you, have a good day, bye. I was paranoid as shit. I was like, I got lung problems. My parents are they're gonna live forever, but with problems. So I'm not trying to. So all jokes aside, though, so it's time for the grow off. A great competition to test the skill of the growing community. In my eyes, it is. It's fun to watch. I've seen people come out with like the biggest single bud, the biggest topper, the biggest. You know, how much bud did one single plant yield after curing and testing, and then there's the testing where somebody's like, oh well, my plant didn't grow 10,000 miles high, but hit that bitch. You know what I mean? So there's so many different awards involved in it, and then there's just the grower of growers. So there's a lot of pride involved in it. That's one thing I've known over the years of going to different things like the Growers Cup, Cannabis Cup, this trade show, that trade show. The one thing I've noticed is it's a huge pride factor. Like me, I'm like a stupid stoner. I'm like, oh, you grew this? This shit is tight. But they're like, but listen, from a molecular structure in the hexagon, molecule, this motherfucker is actually real fire too. And I'm like, for sure. Yeah. So what you're saying is aliens are real. Yeah. I love it. So what are you guys getting to compete? What type of dealio? What do you know about the plant you're growing this year?
So we don't really find out about the plant.
Oh, they don't tell you?
Yeah, no.
You have to grow raw, like no knowledge of what it could be.
Yep. So that's why they give us so long. They give us about 4 months, 4 to 5 months, and they don't tell us exactly what it is because
they give you one plant.
So
if you kill it, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all your fault.
It's all your fault. Like I'm saying, it's all your fault.
So you grow that baby out, and they don't tell you if it's an 8-week or 9-week. You know what I mean? They don't tell you any of that. So it's all up to you to judge all that.
Real exclusive too. They don't give
exactly.
You gotta hold off the strain for like a year.
The only thing they really tell you is where you get your strain from, like who's doing the genetics really. Yeah. That's really the only place they tell you. Other than that, you can check out their Instagram and see what they grow, and try to get a little bit of clues from that. But other than that, it's all up to you to learn how to grow that baby out.
Yeah.
So this is, from a sense of like, this is how we really grew weed, like raw as hell back in the days when you would just get a seed by luck from your dude who you bought gas from.
Exactly.
And you'd be like, I don't even know what the fuck this is, but I'm going to try.
I'm going to plant that baby,
Set you down.
And then what's cool about the grow off too is like you say, it's different from other competitions because you get a clone from this one mother plant. Everybody gets this one clone from this mother plant.
Same type of clone.
Yeah, exactly. Versus other competitions, you're getting
different phenols.
Yeah, you're getting different phenols, different cuts, different strains. So like they always say, you can get that one cut and you can go big with that one cut. Versus this, it's all, like you said, it's all scientific. Everybody's doing a different feed, different lights, different, you know what I mean? Everything's different.
Noops,
Yeah, so that's what's cool when you get this, when you see the end of the competition, you see everybody's strains, like it won't look the same as the other both.
Different molasses,
Exactly.
different everything. Yeah.
You're saying it might be turkey, it might be just dull.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Might be Reggie. They grow
Really?
Hey, look, I fucked up some plants in my growing time. So I'm like, hey, we're gonna use this weed for when we shoot the music videos this week. Because who fucking if we waste it? Like I've grown that. Yeah, it's not easy. Pimping ain't easy when it gets up to 90 and 100 degrees and all that.
Exactly.
We try to just make sure they don't fucking die.
We had to travel all the way from Denver with it. So we got the cut in Denver. We had to
Get it in the car
transplant
and
it there.
yeah.
One little plant, so just a little root, and we made it happen. She survived. She's down here.
Yeah,
so.
she's down the back, down the back
We don't have
spot.
a name
She got her
for
own
it.
Yeah,
leg.
not yet.
We
But,
gotta see.
and that's the
what she
beauty
The
of
plant
it
is a
too.
pit house. It's like a thoroughbred horse. They're always like Appaloosa over here. They're like,
exactly what I
it's got its own stable.
And then
Fuck yeah.
we treat her like that because
Right.
touch it.
no, for sure.
It's got its own security.
About to
And we
put
treat
your
her
arms
like
around
that.
it.
That's how we got our sponsor as well.
They watch it like we watch, calves being born at the
Oh,
Well,
zoo.
don't talk shit because they just said they do the same with their spritzer, and y'all love that.
Yeah,
spritzer.
No, I'm clowning in a good way. I used to do the same thing. I get home, my kids be like, "Hi, Dad." I'm like, "I'll be right back. I gotta go check the plants."
The real
Nah, for sure.
It's fucked up, but I was like, because I gotta get in there, make sure everything, the humidity temperature, everything's good.
Yeah.
Okay, they're good. Okay, how you kids' school day go? Y'all ready to go to practice? All right,
All right,
let's
so-
go.
Which one of y'all sings to the plants?
Oh,
I
man.
said, we
all.
All of y'all?
The love back
Oh,
there.
man,
all
they
of
get
us.
so much
Let me
love.
tell you.
That explains
Yeah,
why
that's
they're
our
growing
baby.
such amazing.
I played
Come
Bob
on with
Marley
that.
for mine.
Whitney
That's
Houston.
the
No,
music.
for sure. We got music
We got
playing
rotation
every
and
day.
everything.
Every
Yeah.
day we got music playing for these
Yeah.
babies.
Even
If you
science.
play angry music, your weed will be mad. I'm not trying to smoke my weed and be like,
Nah, for sure.
I like to play smooth
Have y'all
jazz.
smooth
That's smooth.
right? And I'm like, this weed was grown by angry people.
Nothing but love. back
Well, I
there.
wish you guys the best of luck in the grow off. Like I said,
appreciate that.
I've never participated, had many friends that I've met throughout the years in the industry, throughout the 2 decades I've been hanging around a bunch of crazy, stunning, thirsty dudes. And I understand there's a huge pride factor for the growers. So I wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you.
Because like I'm only the best grower in my own personal family. Like nobody fucks with me there. After that, it is what it is. So I get pride at least. I outgrew my own brother-in-laws and stuff. I was like, I'm at least grow better than these two motherfuckers. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
no, I feel
But anyway, so I see the pride factor in it because like even just trying to grow better weed than my brother-in-laws, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be down here with these girls making them grow all good and stuff.
This dude always has a competition.
Yo, I'm constantly competing with myself all the time.
That's how I feel. That's how I move too. I
That's
ain't
how you
gonna
have to
do
do
shit
it.
like,
That's how you get
yes,
better.
sir. That's how I move too. You ain't gotta wait for nobody.
So let's go to something that's not as entirely as lighthearted. It's time for Mary Jane Weekly from the Canophiles. Read me a commercial, Maddie. Yeah, read me a commercial, Maddie.
When you want award-winning cannabis food
Yeah.
creations, try Sam's Creations. That's Sam's with a Z, Creations with a Z. Find her on Facebook or Instagram, or call Sam's Creations at 719-496-0412.
Not the store, but the creations. I don't know, it's probably not a good commercial. Sorry, so anyway, it's time for Mary Jane Weekly from the Canophiles. So anyway, 2 key congressmen made waves in the marijuana community on Thursday by disclosing that there are high-level talks underway about putting together, a wide range of packages of incremental marijuana proposals that House and Senate lawmakers believe could be enacted into law this year. Multiple sources told Marijuana Moment, which is where I read the full article out here that we're really discussing, is that the issue is under consideration to go further than the banking and expungement reforms that were considered, like the Safe Banking Act and things of that nature that were already proposed and have passed the House like 12 fucking times. It's passed the fucking House 12 fucking times. Like even Republicans in the House are like, look, the dudes over there on our side, bro, can you help out? Like, we're tired of fucking passing it. It's on you, bitch.
Yeah, some already.
But anyway, so, well, part of that too was, Mitch McConnell killed the bill and never even brought the bill to the table after the House passed it before he lost control. Now Schumer will bring it, but he needs, X, Y, and Z. No matter what, guys, whether it's a Republican trying to pass a Republican bill, Democrats trying to pass a Democratic bill, as an independent voter, it's not lost on me that you're going to need help from the other side. The question is, who's that help? Because, you have to look at people from business conservatives and then religious conservatives, and then there's the ones that are both, and then there's there's always whack jobs on both sides. Moving on. So with that said, we need them to work together in a Congress that isn't really working together. So the question becomes is they're adding in not just those two proposals about that, but they're also going to be discussing publicly coming up soon about standalone bills that deal with issues like veterans medical cannabis access and research expansion. So that, and also the marijuana industry's small business administration access program that they're going to be starting, and
which is needed.
yes, and a broader drug sentence reform. And this is according to the marijuana movement that they're getting close to a deal that maybe we can get this, put together in a package that would make the Senate actually pass it. You got 50 Democrats, but you need to find 10 Republicans.
And another thing that isn't listed here is I can't remember the name of it, but basically they're making a law that you can't drug test for marijuana and fire somebody because of that.
It should be, and there's a few states that actually have laws like that enacted already that protect workers, which is very ironic that in Colorado we still don't.
I feel you.
We're like the place that jumped off the you can do what you want and you still can lose your job for weed. Scotty, how many times this gets brought up? Like 3 to 5 times every fucking season that we've been on air because it bugs the fuck out of me.
Yeah, crazy.
It does. It's like, okay, I can't even go to jail for this, but I can lose my fucking right to work. Wait a minute, what? And not even be intoxicated at work ever. Could have been intoxicated a month ago. You're a dick.
No, exactly.
Are they saying it's for private companies or is it all jobs that they're doing it for?
I don't think it'll ever be government jobs, federal jobs. Even if the federal government passes weed, they're not going to let you come to work. Well, okay, so here's why I think the feds haven't jumped on stuff like that, because they might have to let their workers, otherwise you're violating their rights, right? It's not a crime anymore. You can't just tell me I can't do this one thing because you don't like it. It's not a criminal anymore, right? So at that point, do you have testing that can prove whether this individual's high right now or not? Because right now, the best you got is you might be able to tell that I smoked this weed. That's about the best you got.
I know in New Jersey, the cops out there are allowed to smoke off road.
They don't
Not
care.
just that, but there's places where they're really like, we don't give a fuck what you do unless you at work.
That's how it should be.
I need my
Or
cop
if it's
smoking weed.
affecting your work.
He might get his
just
hand
like
a little
drinking
further
or
away from that
anything
gun
else.
if he's smoking some weed. He might actually understand that I'm not up there causing problems when you smell that. I'm just a cool ass motherfucker. You might actually find that out. So, but I will say this, that I've continued to hold my breath, and maybe it's because I've just been in this way too long. Just even honestly, I was like, man, I was like, man, I'll believe that Amendment 64 will pass when it passes, even in November of 2012. I was like, I'll believe it if it, or I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, when it comes to the actual effect.
Like I'll believe it when I see it kind of attitude. And then when things started moving along, I was like, holy shit. And then we had the Wild West. And then they came in with the law dogs, and y'all know how that go. But anyway, real quick, before we move on, like I said, I'll be glad to see something happen, especially on the banking side, because I think it's bullshit that I have to stop at a 7-Eleven and use the ATM because my bank likes that ATM, right? Before I come in here. That's just, to me, that's the one thing that hasn't been lost on me for a long, long time. The fact that I have to stop at a fucking ATM.
It's called control.
Yeah, for sure.
Control!
They have to
not
have
that kind.
something that they can still control
Speak about
over
Jackson.
when it comes to this.
Right?
They need their hands
It's
in
deeper
this.
than that. She know what she's
Yes.
talking about over there.
Yes.
They want to do it. They want to
No
get
more
it done.
free, Randy.
They want to get it done, but they want to get it done there.
We're like, I think you might not be paying your taxes right, but I'm gonna keep you in the cash business.
What's crazy is the
ridiculous.
extent they've gone now. Like, I'm sure y'all know about them trying to make it a pharmaceutical type of thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that
for sure.
failed terribly.
Thankfully.
Absolutely
should.
terribly.
I don't need you to be a farm tech. I need you to actually be more of a botanist person, actually, to be honest with you.
And that's to get those people with those white coats in there to make all that money. Don't really.
All them blue collars, all they care about is the money. They
To
don't care
figure,
about
to figure
like,
out a way to make a derivative without it actually grown from a plant so that they can sell it at a price that's ridiculous.
yeah, remember when they tried to put a
Exactly.
pill form?
Yeah.
Like I was laughing. That stuff was like
What? They did a pill for me?
they tried.
No,
No.
they tried a
Oh.
prescription. They
pharmaceutical
tried in the
or-
pharmaceutical industry. They tried a prescription pill form. Now we're not talking Stratus. That's not the same thing.
No.
Stratus is actually a real like
Yeah.
drug. It's
Yeah.
not. It's actually technically not a real pill if you want to go there. But this was an actual pharmacy lab generated pill
Yeah.
that was supposed to get you high, or like THC. And from what I understand, it was like weed sauce and gave you really bad cotton mouth.
Yep.
So Reggie, I mean, basically Reggie. It's basically, it's like you gave me a pill of Reggie, you bitch.
Yeah.
Like, when I go to the doctor, I expect to get the good shit. You gave me Reggie, man, motherfucking Craig next door got fucking fired, bitch. So let's do this. It's time for everybody's favorite part of the show.
Stump the Stoner.
So when it comes to getting the best weed you can get, there's no stumping there. You got to stop by Vital Cannabis on the corner of Jetwing and Fountain. Check them out on Weed Maps. Order on Weed Maps. Get the deals on Weed Maps. Get out the damn door on Weed Maps faster. Use your Weed Maps to get your Vital Cannabis and get the good deals. Also, just come in and hang out and find out and do what you do. Check them out at Jetwing and Fountain. Check it out on Instagram at Blunt Football Talk. Going to be coming back July 12th, the week after 4th of July week, and we will be back full-fledged in training camp, getting busy. Cardinals are the in-season hard knock team on HBO, so I'll be on that. I do not know what talk returns in July. This part that came in and dropped this one. He came in and saw a podcast.
You got me on the radio, just spill the drink.
All right, so we got Stump the Stoner, the questions that keep us asking ourselves why we let him do us this week. Here we go.
All right, who's going first? What team?
Them.
Okay, that was like the perfect beat. That was dope.
All right, so
Okay,
we'll
you
let
guys
our
are
guests go
guests.
first.
Yeah. All right. What?
Technically, we're guests.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're our guests on our show.
But we're their guest in their house. I mean, this is complicated.
Just shut
just like-
up and let them
they're gonna go first.
Go first. Just you guys go first. We're polite. We're polite. We're not polite.
This is why I smoke too, because I'm the only female around all these. Anyways. What is the longest movie ever made? The Stand, The Cure for Insomnia, Dances with Wolves, or Hamlet?
I could probably tell you which one I think.
I thought it was Titanic,
That's the
honestly.
longest.
The Cure
They
for
didn't even name the movie. I thought it
I
was.
thought it was Titanic, honestly.
I thought
That
it's
is
the
a long
last
ass
one.
No.
The last one was.
Hamlet?
Nah,
This one's on him.
That one.
I failed you.
Shakespeare time stuff? That shit
Hamlet.
Nope.
Oh,
No, The Cure for Insomnia.
What kind of shit is that?
I actually thought it was
movie ever.
hilarious, to be honest with you.
Not
That
Listen.
was
Never heard of that.
It is long.
Never watched
Because
any of
this
those movies.
movie was made at a total running time of 85 hours.
Oh, that's wild.
Okay, that's not a movie. That's like a reality show,
No,
Big
it's
fucking
not.
whole series.
right?
That's 5,220 minutes.
I
I'm
definitely
a movie man. I like to call myself.
That's like 2 Harry Potter sets.
How much spritzer do you need for watching?
Right?
It's a few pounds.
We need the whole plan, like the whole.
Wait, how much?
Fall asleep and
how
wake
much
up.
can you give me?
Man, right there, I'm sorry, whoever wrote that script, you do not know how to tell a story.
No.
I'm just going to point that
Put it
out.
all on that did it.
Oh, okay.
Shit, y'all could have made multiple movies.
All right. Don't be looking at my phone.
He tries to Google when she's not looking.
Yeah, he's a little
The
cheap.
fact that he's got his computer closed up.
See them. Oh.
The
But
one
he
time
he can see my phone dumb.
the one time you can cheat and it won't hurt me, really, the one time you can try to get over
Boys, quit talking and let me. What character in Monty Python and the Holy Grail insists it's just a flesh
I
wound.
might go by ER if you got a copy, you can print it out.
These questions.
What, y'all ain't seen that
Dr.
movie?
David Schmidt.
Never seen that.
Y'all never seen this movie? It's a good movie. Y'all should watch it. It's real good.
What is it called?
Just be high as hell and watch it.
Monty
Monty
Python.
Python.
You know how you can be high and nobody
I'll
knows.
look it up.
Write that down.
High all the time.
It's an old school
All
like.
right, what's the real answer?
It is Black Knight.
Oh,
Stop
I-
looking at my phone.
Is that what Mark
Dark
was?
Knight? Is that one with
Black Knight.
Colin Farrell?
Mark was Black Knight.
Oh my lord. Anyways, next.
That's what I said.
Monty Python.
All right, guys. What was the first movie by Pixar to receive a rating higher than G in the United States? I guess those are ratings. I guess
Toy Story.
Oh, so there's PG and then
Yeah.
PG-13.
so it's
G is for like anybody can watch it.
Yeah.
General
It's good
popular,
for
like
everyone.
So
general.
what they're asking is Pixar doesn't make a lot of movies that go past the G
Right,
rating.
right.
But
Normally
which
it's
one,
for kids.
Right. Which one did they make that did? Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Monsters Inc., or Toy Story?
Oh no, there you go.
Yeah.
He said first. He said first. So.
Toy Story.
No, The Incredibles.
Yeah.
What did that go?
Yeah, they're the ones that
How much
got
was it?
PG rating. It's because of the action, like the action and violence. You know, they're beating people up and stuff, beating up
Is there
bad guys.
action heroes?
I watched all of those.
See, I was thinking
Yeah.
Nemo.
I love Toy Story so.
Me too.
Yeah, Finding Nemo? It's like that Dory bitch ain't right.
She got kidnapped. going on here. There's a backstory that we're missing.
I
Man.
would say Nemo. She got kidnapped.
Hey, that's true.
Right? Right. It might have went PG if that bitch would have came in like, I'm a man of Detroit. Then it might have went PG. All right, so well, at least we're all still losing together. We're losing together. All right, what's our question?
All right. What was the first movie for which the cost of obtaining rights to the soundtrack outweighed all other production costs? Like, that's crazy to me. But
Oh, okay, give me some examples here. Maybe
So
I can
there's-
recognize the soundtrack.
The Wall,
Okay.
Clerks, Titanic, and the Blair Witch Project.
Wait, so hold on. Blair Witch. So
Which movie had the cost of obtaining rights to the soundtrack outweigh all other production costs?
Okay, say them again.
The Wall, Clerks, Titanic, or the Blair Witch Project?
Okay, stop right there. It's not Titanic, I can already tell you that.
Right.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. It might be The Wall, because The Wall would have required the music rights to all of the Doors, or Pink Floyd's music, sorry, rather. Which that might be the one. Now check this out, though. What was the other ones?
Blair Witch Project.
Maybe because if they used the song, they,
yeah.
because here's the thing: is if it went to an indie film, they wouldn't have had to pay all those rights. But the minute it went to public theater, they would have had to. So that could be a thing.
yeah, and their production was super cheap to do.
And then also Clerks, because Clerks guys, they could have just used some, like they could have just used some grunge
Okay,
rock.
we got to have an
and got
answer here. We
fucked
got to have
in
an
it.
answer here.
Clerks were
Alright.
cheap. Hey,
Mine is Blair- mine is
Blair Witch
Blair
and
Witch.
Clerks were cheap as fuck
Alright,
to make.
boys.
Period.
Blair-
So it has to be
Blair
one of
Witch.
them.
What's the answer? What's your answer?
I think it's Clerks, dude. Go Blair. You go. It's on him.
Let me see your phone. Blair Witch.
No,
Dang it!
it was Clerks.
I didn't even say it. Why did I stop? Why didn't you do that? You had that look.
All right, listen. The reason, Lord, you're like my little kids in my classroom. The cost of obtaining the rights to the soundtrack was $27,000. For Kevin Smith's Clerks outweighed the entire production cost for the film, which was $26,800.
It didn't cost them much. They shot it all at the
Well,
fucking
yeah,
at
you
that
remember
little gas
Clerks, like,
station.
man, you could use your phone to film that.
Film that one, yeah.
Like, that thing was
So
like-
low budget.
Motherfucker, shit, motherfucker.
I love it though. Yup.
I do too. That
James
movie's
Silent Bob.
awesome. Yeah.
That's actually the first movie where they don't call them that.
Yeah, now that is.
In Clerks,
Oh,
they
yeah,
call
that's
them
true.
Jay and Silent Bob.
I went down to the movie.
That's where they introduced them.
The movies.
The movies.
But it was the first in motion picture history for that to ever happen. Yeah.
If you ever want to see walking misogyny, just watch Jay and Jay and Silent Bob.
I love Jay.
Jersey. Represent.
All right, so
All right. We got one more each.
damn, Scotty, we had it in the bag. All right, last question. This is for it all.
NHL life right
Yep. Overtime.
All right, guys. What film features a fight scene in which Bruce Lee breaks Jackie Chan's neck? Is it South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncovered, Game of Death, The Big Brawl, or Enter the Dragon?
Maybe it's so obvious if
Might be too South Park definitely had an episode someday. I would think the Bruce's dad and Jackie Chan were this South Park. Gotta be.
Yeah. South Park.
Unless, wait. Was Bruce Lee alive when Jackie Chan was alive?
That's why I gotta be like animated.
Exactly.
You guys are great. I would watch you figure it out. Why don't we do this one? They're better friends
Like
than us.
celebrity team deathmatch.
They've been together since South Park.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It was Enter the Dragon.
Was that the only Bruce Lee movie on the list?
That was one of Jackie Chan's first big flicks.
See, yes, he didn't know he's alive.
No, he just came in on a quick cameo.
Nah, he's big.
Jackie Chan makes a brief, uncredited cameo appearance towards the end of Enter the Dragon.
Towards the
Yeah,
end,
that's what I'm saying.
now
It's
watch
an uncredited cameo because he was so new that they didn't even put his fucking name in the movie
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. Huh?
Bruce Lee
Yeah, it
grabs.
does. Like, is that
Apparently,
man alive?
I thought it'd be
He
Bruce
was famous over there though.
Oh, at the time.
Apparently, Bruce Lee, he grabbed his hair for a moment before breaking his neck. That, like in that last little bit of cameo.
Yay.
I love those movies. You see him
Scott.
talking, and he's like,
Yeah, that's not like.
For sure.
Jackie Chan did it. We should do it.
We can Stephen Curry this. Just kidding. We can Steph Curry this though. We can put the Curry on Road 3 from downtown right now. Kiss. For it all. McKinnon from the Point. Just kidding. He usually drives up center, but whatever. McCarr from the Point. There we go. That's actually what we're listening.
in The Wizard of Oz,
Oh boy.
1939, what was used to simulate snow during the poppy scene?
For real.
Let me
though.
give you some options.
Right.
Coconut flakes. Remember, this is a long time ago, so they didn't have the stuff we have nowadays. Coconut flakes, powdered sugar, asbestos, and corn flakes.
Asbestos? Yeah, let's just sprinkle some asbestos.
Damn.
Yeah, let's guess that one. Yeah, let me just sprinkle a little melanoma cancer down on you so we can simulate snow. No, actually, I really think we got a good run with either the powdered, or would you say powdered sugar?
Or
No,
coconut
no,
flakes.
no. I think powdered sugar wouldn't fall. Coconut flakes would fall like that. Coconut flakes would fall like snow. I'm going with coconut flakes because you didn't listen to me before.
And you're wrong.
Fuck!
It was asbestos.
Dang. Now we know what happened to all the little people in that movie. Melanoma.
That's why the shortage of
Hey, look, hey, listen, that's why they have a union now.
Now listen, it says the snow wasn't the only asbestos-laden element of production. The Wicked Witch's broom was made of
That's what
asbestos,
the-
as was the Scarecrow's entire outfit.
Hey, that house didn't kill that witch. She flew in that motherfucker after that broom killed her. Damn it. Well, at least we end in a tie, so now they don't have to hate us. We didn't stand a good chance.
At least we stole together.
Well, the one thing that we're
I
good at is
didn't
only
know that
beating
about
each
the
other.
That's crazy.
Enter the Dragon was a
You know what, Scott? I realized now that we're
I love
never
making them
smart.
feel
We
stupid.
only
It's
beat
awesome.
each other.
You made us look stupid.
It's not the first time I haven't gotten it.
Yeah, oh yeah, poor Scotty.
I know. I didn't get the answer right with my ex-wife. I was like, I do.
And I even pick easy ones for you.
Oh man.
Thanks.
Like,
That
that
doesn't help your feelings, does it? She's like, you know,
I'm like,
I give you easy questions.
Give
I'm
me
like,
a
you know,
pat in the
I'm like,
back.
you know, he doesn't get them right.
But you're sweet.
Here's a crown. Yeah, here's a
At
crown.
least-
With color.
At least you're sweet.
Kim used to be a preschool teacher. She's like, here's a crown. Here's a star.
Oh yeah, gold stars.
Gold
they're
stars
like
everywhere.
they're like money to them.
Oh,
Stickers.
everything, man.
They will
Gold
do
stars.
anything you want them to.
Well, guys, we do got to get out of here, but I do got to tell you guys, when you get a chance, don't get out of here. Get in here at Vital Cannabis, Fountain and Jetwing on the southeast side of Colorado Springs. Easy to get to right off the Fountain bypass that heads out towards Powers, so you can get there easily from Academy, from Powers, even from the interstate. Swing by Vital, that's right. Vital Cannabis on the southeast corner of Fountain and Jetwing. We're going to get out of here for the day. We do appreciate you guys letting us come out and